So I just did a private video, and within that private video, I introduced you with the approach and how through evolution, with, surface level community guidelines and courtesy, the approach, it's it needs it needs some type of awareness and mindfulness. Like when you're approaching whatever you're approaching, the taco truck, the movie theaters, your boss or the employees under you, some type of intelligence and reason needs to be there with the approach. Because if there's no reason or intelligence, then there's going to be a sour response. So the recent video I started off with, there's a, and this is filed under into the unconscious in many humans because we're doing things, not good, not bad, and we don't even know we're doing things that we're doing, not good, not bad. It's just that we don't know what we're doing, right? So if we don't know what we're doing, then we just don't know what we're doing, right? And yeah, that old guard, experiencing that old guard, everyone's spiritual like experiences are way different. I'm just kind of like trying to balance this like we have to obviously we have to balance the experience with some type of knowledge, right? And as that balance comes together, then some like-mindedness could happen, right? Some mutual, like, oh, that's apparent for you, that's apparent for me, because there's a objective reality, a not subjective reality, a particular esoteric objective reality where there used to be a particular old guard deep in the paint, deep with subservience, deep warfare, and how people are going through that, it's subjective based on their spiritual contract and how they're moving through that. The basis of how they move is their quote unquote spiritual contract. And I see, like, I feel like, it'd be kind of, like, I feel like on an intellectual level, I feel like I see it all, you know, but there's always more to see, right? But I'm gonna keep it, uh, I'm gonna keep it micro here, you know. So, so the recent private video I did, I just want to ask YouTube one thing, like how are you and Google, because apparently Google owns YouTube, right? Something like that. And Google somehow promotes like privacy security, and other tech companies promote privacy security, and then privacy security within the data infrastructure trades somehow gets hacked, aside from the surface level promotions of privacy security. And I'm not trying to condescend anybody. I'm not trying to say that's good or bad. I'm just trying to really investigate what's accurate, right? It's the intelligence doing its work, and we're needing that intelligence for everything. Intelligence is one of the main fundamental principles to everything that we do, how we approach, how we get up and wipe our ass, how we get up and, do whatever, how you get up and choose to overcome your perverted thoughts, or how you just want to entertain your perverted thoughts, and maybe, and that's not even good or bad either, right? But it's like, is it are your perverted thoughts letting you affect your life and your future, right? So it's like, like people don't understand. People are scared because they're in some competition mode. They're scared of the number one intelligence. And I felt it too in 2016 when I was, you know, a young researcher as well, doing my young research projects in different, classrooms, I felt it too, right? There's a competition. There's some type of light envy, right? There's some type of like, I'm gonna try to fabricate me doing it first, even though the proof says otherwise that someone else did it first, right? And it's like, could one person like do all that stuff or something like that? Or could like people just don't know like extreme authenticity, right? And extreme authenticity is the spiritual currency. It's the spiritual lubrication because the authenticity is the thing that's revealing things and breaking down barriers on the esoteric level. So even authenticity could be the proxy to intelligence, right? So I've been doing this for a long time and like it's all good if people are afraid because they're just in the beginning stages of like them trying to figure out what to compete against when they're not even in the same competition, right? So there's going to be this mental comparison competition in their head where they could be standing for some type of cause, some type of protester cause. They find a solution and now there's an individual mental hypocritical war in their mind, right? So that's the artificial matrix doing its thing. So I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to conclude this video. I just want to ask YouTube like how are you honoring real privacy security towards private videos? And if they do get hacked, what is a casual compensation for you leaking private data to any tech company? Ask any tech company that like what are you doing to repair leaked private data that you said was private and you could be going against your own community guidelines, right? So like my critical intelligence, it literally is number one on the planet. I've been doing this for a while. And the underground will prove that shit. And if y'all scared, go to church, y'all. Thank you.